Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Falcon Anime here with another top anime list. Now today we are going to talk about the horrors. Horrors. Yeah. Now, I do not like horror anime. Scary stuff does not sit well with me. No, not at all. But these animes were so good that I decided to make a list about them. For those of you who do not know, I'm going to try to make a list of my top animes. I'm going to try not to use the ones that I previously mentioned in my other lists. But if I do, that probably means that the anime is worth the watch. That being said, let's go ahead and start. Number 10, Shinsekai Yori, or From the New World. Now this anime was some messed up shit. Like seriously, I think the main character liked some guy, but they weren't allowed to like each other. Yeah, so that boy likes that boy, whereas that girl likes that girl, but then when they grow up, that girl likes that boy, and that boy disappears, so that boy likes that girl, and that girl likes this boy, and it goes south really quickly. I think it's about some ESP stuff, and it was fairly decent later on in the story, which is when it gets messed up. So, if you guys like to get confused and watch somewhat of a suspenseful / slow story, go ahead and give Shinsekai Yori a chance. Number 9, Sankarea. Now, though not all that scary, there are still zombies and it still has its horror aspect, mainly the zombies, which is the horror. Now this anime is about a guy who meets a girl who turns out to be a zombie, and it's not that scary in particular. It's actually not scary at all. But this anime was fairly good and it still has its horror aspects if you think about it. The zombies, the dark rituals and dark spells, and decaying flesh. It's really there. Overall, you guys should give this one a shot if you're looking for somewhat of a horror / romance type of anime. Number 8, Deadman Wonderland. Now this anime was actually pretty good. The story revolves around a boy who witnesses a mass murder of all his classmates. And since he was the only one that actually survived, everyone thought that he did it, and he was condemned to death row. It deals with the supernatural, and the death row inmates have to be this attraction for a theme park. They end up starting to fight each other and trying to win themselves quote-unquote freedom. I don't want to spoil too much of this anime, so you guys have to go ahead and watch this one. But be warned, the anime is not complete. Number 7, High School of the Dead. Now you guys probably have already seen this anime because I think everyone should watch this anime. It's a really good one. But be warned, it is quite ecchi. And when I say that ecchi, I mean like it's full on ecchi. It's not quite, it's actually just ecchi. But besides that point, which it's not, doesn't mean it's a bad point, this anime was pretty good. It has the action, it has the zombies, which is the horror, and it has some of its creepy aspects. It kind of reminds me of like a Walking Dead, but more action-packed and anime-ish Japanese style, which is what we want, right? Now, the story revolves around a high school and zombies, hence the name High School of the Dead. So high school students are trying to survive the zombie apocalypse. Even though this anime is not complete, you guys should go ahead and give this one a shot. Number 6, Mirai Nikki, or Future Diary. Now this anime started off kind of a regular setting of normal animes following around this boy. And he meets this girl and he's like, oh, okay, this anime seems alright. And it was alright. It was pretty good actually. I really liked it. Then it turns into, oh my god, that girl is crazy. She crazy. Now the story follows this boy who actually can predict the future, and then he gets put into this kind of game setting where they have to kill everybody else who can predict the future too. He meets this girl, and like this crazy girl, and she tries to help him win this game. Overall, this crazy anime was a very good watch, and you guys should definitely give it a shot. Number 5, Gosick. Now you guys are probably asking, Falcon, this anime is not a horror. And you know what? You're probably right. It's not a horror. It's not that scary. But I put it in the list because it has its horror aspects. It's kind of creepy and kind of scary in the sense that there are deaths, murders, and mystery along with it. Now the story revolves around this boy and this girl who are like some sort of detectives. Now they try to solve mysteries on their own. That being said, doing so makes them kind of a target for the mysteries themselves. In the end, this story is not that scary, and I guess it would be more of suspense, but it still has its horror aspects. So go ahead and give this one a shot. Gosick or Gosick. I'm actually not too sure how to say this one.
Kimi, 何をしているのかね?
いや、その。これはこんな文字さっきまでなかったはずだぞ。
Number 4, Elfen Lied. Now this anime is pretty popular, and you guys probably have already seen it or at least heard about it. That being said, when you first watch this anime, things go through your mind that's probably like, oh my god, WTF, or what the did that just happen? Stuff like that. Yeah, that goes through your head a lot, and yeah. And and it's pretty ecchi too. And well, I don't know. Okay, there's a lot of nudity in it, but it's not like normal anime nudity. It's just kind of like, oh, it's there. Yeah. Anyway, so the story revolves around this Esper type person, and she somehow has amnesia and was a killer. A boy comes along and finds her, and they become good friends and so on. And the story kind of progresses on. Be warned, the anime is not complete. I haven't actually read past the anime, so I do not know too much about it. And that's what you're going to get from this story. Not much explanation, a lot of action, a lot of other extra content, but that's basically it. Not much to the story. Go ahead and give this one a shot. I thought it was bad at first, but then it actually turned out pretty good. Number 3, another. This anime is what horror anime should be like. This is the definition of a horror anime, and it was pretty good and pretty awesome. Now, the story revolves around this class whose students are being killed one at a time, and they don't know why and don't know how. Now, the main character is this new student returning to the classroom, and everybody believes that he is the one who's doing it. I don't want to spoil too much about this show because there's a lot of stuff to it. Be warned, the content in this is actually pretty graphic. So go ahead and give this one a shot. The true horror, another. Number 2, Higurashi. Now, this anime started off pretty calm and normal anime setting. A boy goes to school in a random town, and there are a bunch of girls around him. And then everything turns batshit cray-cray. That's what I like to call this. Full-on batshit cray-cray. Everyone is crazy in this, and this is why it is my number 2 horror. This was crazy good. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Anyways, I can't say too much about it, so go ahead and give this one a shot.
どうして嘘をつくのかな
嘘なんか。
嘘だよ。圭一君の夕飯カップラーメンでしょ。豚骨生姜味。買ったのはセブンスマート。なんで？
Finally, we have number 1, Berserk. Now this anime is really damn good, and it's not that scary, but it has its horror aspects due to the fact that there are demons and such going on around the main character. Now the anime itself starts off fairly slowly, and it kind of gets boring at the start, but then it picks up pace and it gets better and better and better. Now the only issue I have with this actual anime is the fact it is not complete, and they left it on a very high note. The problem was, in this anime, the very first scenes that we see in the series is that the main character is all buff and he has all these things. It's kind of foreshadowing what's going to happen. But unfortunately, 26 episodes later, the series ends on a very high note and a very epic moment, and that's it, which actually forced me to read the manga. So go ahead and give this one a shot, but be warned, it is not complete and you will want more.
Yeah, I want to see my face in it. Who goes there? You're a dead man. Do you know who we are?